Om Shanti. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Purity is the elevated decoration of Brahmin life. Purity is the greatness of the elevated life of the Brahmins of the confluence age. Purity is the elevated decoration of Brahmin life. Just as breath is essential for physical life, if you're unable to breathe, you can't live. So purity is the breath of Brahmin life, the basis, that is, the foundation of your reward for 21 births is purity. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today is day 29. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Today's topic: purity is the elevated decoration of Brahmin life. So now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Welcome to our new members who have come from all over. So, welcome to Peaceful Age, and I'm sure everyone is okay, right? Yes, you all are well? Yes? Yes, very good. When I read or listen to a Vyakti signal, I want to know what Baba really wants from us. That there is purity, but then the greatness of purity and the royalty of purity. I thought if we remember these two words, then for everything like you would want to do it in a royal way. Yeah, we need to think more about what is that royalty, but the greatness also, that we are great. So what great people do, what are the characteristics of the great person, I think, and what is royalty? Because our royalty is not the way royalty, royal families, kingdom, but our royalty is, Baba had been using one word lot, that purity and spirituality. So everything within purity, greatness and royalty is in a spiritual way. That means the way we look at people, the way we talk to them, our relationship with everyone, our relationship with nature. It's just kind of where Baba says one of the important quality is bestower. Right? So when you are bestower, whether it is good wishes or whatever, but I think that the power or the quality of purity has to be visible in our personality as greatness, as royalty, as bestower, or whatever other thoughts you have. But we have to change that. That means there is purity. We live celibate for years and years, right? Some are from childhood, and so that purity is there. Then we have purity of food, we have purity in many different ways. But how then it becomes the part of our personality, that greatness, that royalty, which everyone could just feel this is a royal person. This is a very great soul. That kind of feelings really should also emerge in others, the way they look at our personality. So Baba is saying that Baba had been giving us different decorations. I think that A few days ago, Baba gave 5 decorations, very, very good ones, which if you really put on every day and you go out, that decoration will make you look very beautiful. And so today Baba is saying purity is the elevated decoration of Brahmin life. So am I seeing that purity as a decoration? So purity is there, but how do I kind of convert it in the embodiment of, what Baba wants us to be? Purity is the greatness of the elevated life of Brahmins. So for us to have churning practice, deep contemplation for a day, 24 hours on this thought about what is that greatness. Why we listen to a Vyakti signal, we take it as a homework. You don't just, it's another point, right? But take it as homework, churn, contemplate. Really there is a lot which we could do, and that is to look at, purity is the greatness of the elevated life of the Brahmins of Confluence Age. Purity is the elevated decoration of Brahmin life, just as breath is essential for physical body. If you are unable to breathe, you cannot live. So purity is the breath of Brahmin life. Because we did talk a lot on how from time to time the sanskars of Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatri, they emerge, right? And we want only Brahmin and deity sanskar. Because that's what we are and that's what we're becoming, is deity. So if these sanskars sometimes pop up, right, they emerge. And then we say, no, these are Brahmin, these are Shudra sanskars. So Baba says, so purity is the breath of Brahmin life. The basis, that is the foundation of your reward for 21 births, is purity. So sometimes we say it's studies, sometimes we say it's service. All these are like for future and status and our reward. But Baba is saying purity is the foundation. My future fruition, my status, and as I was mentioning that our relationships in Golden Age, to be in the royal family, one of the special power is power of purity. Because purity makes you royal. When there is even little bit adulteration, then we are ordinary. And I really sometimes feel it does happen with all of us. We get caught up into very mundane little things and we forget, let me use power of purity. And to enjoy Brahmin life with a good proper breathing. Because these days, if you hear the problems with the heart, physical heart, and now they start asking night time, do you sometimes feel that you lost breathing for a few minutes? Or was it consistent? And they ask you, if you go to cardiologists, they will ask you many, many questions. Do your head swings once in a while? And no, because if there is heart problem beginning, that means there are some symptoms which you all should know. So in Brahmin life also, when there is not the breath of purity, then the way they go through lot of difficulties, up and down, relationships, sometimes not doing what Srimat is, all that is that somewhere the breath of purity is not consistent, is not of that quality as it should be. Because the quality, through the lungs, like breathing. There are some there recently diagnosed, lungs are shrinking. Sometimes lungs get water, then again is connected with heart. So same is like spiritually, whatever one goes through, instantly check purity. There is little bit of disturbance of some kind, conflict of some kind, very subtly, or lack of contentment, lack of kind of remaining happy. I mean, if you have proper purity, that is proper breathing, then the quality of Brahmin life is very healthy. See, that's how we know that how healthy my Brahmin life is. And then you look at the quality of purity, because it's a breath, no? So lot can be churned and then implement, and then just watch yourself. And 24 hours we do our homework, purity as our breath and purity as our decoration, greatness, royalty, all these in our personality. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Shri Ma'am.
Good evening, Avyakti Parivar. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I was actually thinking about Sunday's Murli, and I was waiting to talk to you about it. So there were several things that Baba said in the Murli, but one thing he was saying in the beginning was that when he comes, he gives us the blessing of be yogi, be pure. So I was thinking about you. What do you think Baba gave you the blessing when you first came?
When I came first, that means 65 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember that.
I had, Brahma Baba was in Delhi, right? So those days I was not really a regular student, but I made you have to make appointment to meet. So I was in university, after college, they gave me appointment 5:30. So I went to Rajouri Garden in Delhi, where Baba was. And so when I went in, Baba was sitting on the floor. Generally, Baba sat on the floor. And then there was a small table in front of Baba, very royal way. Then Baba, our sisters escorted me. And I went and sat. I didn't know about Drishti or anything much. But Baba looked at me. I don't really at that time knew that what he is speaking are blessings, right? But the connection, the way I got connected with Brahma Baba, not knowing that Shiv Baba comes in him, or even his personality or his royalty. No, Brahma Baba, I don't know. Is there anyone who saw Brahma Baba here? No one? Not Ramprakash also? No. Was a very, very, of course he was tall and, but was royal, like, you could just feel it. Was very, very different than other people at the age of 80s will be. So he did say few things, right? One of the thing was clear, clean. Some of the words I remember. But then I think it's not necessarily what Baba says to you, but also his drishti. And you start kind of talking to me about what I study, what are my subjects. And one thing I liked was that he became like level of what I could communicate with, instead of talking about lighthouse, white house, or big things which I wouldn't have related. His communication was very much like what I could relate to. And then when I say, Baba, I'm studying history and political science, and then Baba immediately said, oh, world history you have to know through Baba's knowledge. Baba will immediately say. And I took political science because when I came to Baba, I thought we need to know a little bit more about what this world is about. And so a lot of political systems, a lot of all that, constitutions, like to understand how the world is governed by political or policies which are created. So that's why it was 3 years course. And then I understood all isms and all social economic connections with politics, and just to see that if I have general knowledge, then I can serve better maybe. And so that's why I took that. So Baba started talking about from the knowledge point of view. So I thought that relationship which was built was blessing for me, which continued until end.
Are you asking any questions? No. Okay, great. Go ahead.
Didi, sitting here, I feel so at ease. No questions, no worries, no concerns. Why? I think because in your company, I can tell you have no worries or concerns. And we all know.
You sure what you say?
that Didi has plenty of things to sort, right? And I'm thinking that perhaps the secret is in faith, that purity. Baba today, or maybe even Dadi, was talking about a purity where there's no waste thoughts in the face of any challenge. It must be faith. So could you let us in on that kind of faith that you don't question the drama?
Mama used to tell us that there are two trails, So, Baba and drama. As much faith you have in Baba, that much faith you should have in drama. Then only you could be unshakable. And one is like sorting out things and, they become concerns. But one thing we should always realize that our thoughts are actually it is a treasure, it's energy. As much as necessary, you think, you sort out, then you leave it on Baba and drama. Because we are not leave it, we carry that situation. We carry that situation so much in our intellect that I was mentioning that our intellect becomes more thinking, problematic kind of thinking. Because problem has gone in the intellect. So the solution which should emerge doesn't emerge. So reaction, responses, everything is based on that kind of intellect. And I remember we had annual meeting in India with 3,000 teachers. And some of the things, like some people will get up and start saying, were because what had gone in their intellect was situation. So situation-based thinking of the intellect is not a solution. So one thing I deeply just see that the problem and situation shouldn't enter your intellect in a way that you are thinking of the intellect is not bringing any solution. It's just reaction, just whatever, everyone different. So how do we kind of, whatever is there is there. A lot of things happen which you never think could happen, but they happen, right? So what we do, go up and down all the time. Our stage has to be, okay, this is happening. Let's find what is the right way. If it's organization, guidelines, if it's family, then love and communication. If it is university, let's have spiritual chit chat, like get more and more this kind of ways to solve everything, but not, so worries and concerns. And I remember one night I was here in the beginning, 26 years we are here now. So in beginning, like it was, we didn't have like now it's so beautiful and all that. Because 4 years it was vacant, so we had to do everything from start. So midnight I had some concern. So I looked at Baba. Baba said, "Do you have faith on me?" I said, "Of course. Whose task is this you? So why you worrying? If you have trust in me, you won't worry." And from that day I paid full attention. That is not worry. Now if it's concern, sometimes there are certain which hasn't reached to concern, I immediately say, well, this is the way, do it, solve it. And then don't keep it, Holding something, carrying something, which does happen a lot. And that affects the stage, the purity, relationship. And our energy also goes very low because we are holding, we are carrying so much stuff, It's drama, it happened. You sleep in the night, there is a concern, but by the morning maybe it is not, but you are still holding that. Which I realized one time somebody helped call from a country, quite a big situation there. So I told her, okay, we talk in the morning. And so when I thought, let me call, how is she doing? So when I called, she said it was over within an hour. But because I was thinking that she still might be having that situation, so sometimes nighttime, like somewhere we carry. I always say that Brahmins have renounced everything, but they still carry a lot of things. Something happened a few years ago, I'm still holding it. It happened. So purity could also help us to heal ourselves, to forget what is past. Every step we take could move us forward, create fortune for us. We can be good instrument. Everything happens from there. So of course there is a lot of attention so that looking at Brahma Baba's life for 11 years, every time I think what Brahma Baba did, how he kept his stage, Dadi Prakashmani, all of them, Mama. So,
Baba in Sunday's Murli was talking about that he gives the treasures equally to everyone. But some people absorb and some people don't. So what are these sanskaras that we need to absorb the treasures?
today, because now Mama's day is coming, so I was doing some recording for World Bhatti Day, Global Bhatti. It's Mama's day. That Mama, when she is listening to knowledge, she's becoming sensible, like, what does it mean? This is sense. And they become sensible, not irrational or sometimes. So if I understand knowledge, I absorb knowledge, then the transformation of the way I think and way I analyze, way my reasoning works, is based on that knowledge, because the knowledge I should become embodiment of dharana now, because that's what knowledge is about. So Mama was able to do that, and Baba saw that she has wisdom now and capacity to sustain. From where power of sustenance comes is from your being wise, you are being sensible, then you can sustain. Otherwise, majority of people, even for themselves or others, they don't have power to sustain. So Mama was able to do it. So I think because faith and trust and obedience and many, many qualities which Mama was showing in her character from very beginning, that she became Saraswati, then she became Durga, then she became Lakshmi, because lot of people will have lot of bhavna to do in yagya because of Mama. Like Dadi Prakashmani, because she was so pure and honest and loveful. People just feel like surrendering. When I am in Shantivan, majority of department heads have surrendered during Dadi Prakashmani's day. Everyone you ask, they were 16, 18, 19-year-old, young boys. They are now very big and do lot for yagya. When you surrender, Dadi Prakashmani. So why so many surrender? And the quality of those who surrender. Like Raju Bhai is there. He was 14-year-old when he came. And today, how much he is doing on Murlis and all these Avyakti signals. It takes him 3 months, almost, because he said he has to put it in Murli, then he has to, lot of work goes in that. And also now he has a very big group of tapasya. And that's what they do, tapasya together. Lot of souls are connected, because there are some, they are very lost into their, what I call it, there are 3 things: self, then karobar activities like, admin or karma yoga, and then third actually is spiritual service. Right? So we should be able to have reached to a stage where you are also doing spiritual service, not only karma yoga and that. And all that comes from what you have taken from knowledge from Baba. So I think that if you meet some of these old young people, now they are old and running big yagya there, if you listen to them, you really feel that how they have taken knowledge in a proper way. And when they surrendered 40 years, one brother, Ram Lochan, recently left body. 45 years, he was 20-year-old, had been cooking, taking care of VIPs. I think double foreigners also know. Whenever you go, he will make something. Even he will call me, do you want to eat something? I say, no, whatever is there. So from where all those qualities, they came. And of course, the knowledge, right? Faith in Baba and commitment to service and balance, creating a proper, because he used to give very good classes. And he was about to come here, but then he was not well. And 1 month before, he called every Wednesday that brother with him to give message to Baba, tell Baba this, ask Baba this. He was very connected to get messages for whole month. So I think that it's definitely some of our qualities which, when we get spirituality and apply them, so we see whatever. Yeah.
A couple of questions, depending on how much time we have. But one question for sure, Didi, when Baba was saying at the end that for 1 month, if you don't take sorrow, you don't give sorrow, I'll give you an award. Okay, we got the don't give sorrow part, but how do you not take sorrow? How do you not take sorrow?
If someone has sanskar of anything, criticism or complaining or anything. No, Mama also said that if someone is trying to get rid of those sanskar and I am taking, okay, if somebody complains, then check if I have something, then I say thank you, I will try to change, transform. If I don't have, then I don't take it. So instead of taking sorrow, oh, this one said this for me, this one said. Just imagine how many people take our names and do things, right? Sister Mohini said it, but I haven't said. But I don't take it like I immediately say. But truth is truth, no? You hold on to truth. So you're not taking sorrow. I don't, even criticism really never bothers me because I say, well, that's what, it's not there, but if that's what you think, so it's all right, I'm not going to take it. So sorrow, humiliation, lack of respect, all these things, it's up to us what we take, right? If I'm in self-respect, I don't necessarily, if somebody doesn't respect, it's fine, no? But I can stay in self-respect. Nobody can take away that from me. So you hold on to your principles, you hold on to your values, and don't take sorrow. You take sorrow? Sometimes. How many of you take sorrow? Many of you. Little. Oh, you want to take more? You say little. I don't think brothers take sorrow.
We don't know what sorrow is.
Oh, brothers don't know what is sorrow is, right? 5% is okay. No, that is not okay also. How much Brahma Baba, when he came in knowledge, in society, community, then within Brahmin family, he faced so much, right? But still, he was very cheerful. See, his cheerfulness was, all this is temporary, settling, going past. I am a victorious soul, right? Okay, we have another 5 minutes.
We have another 5 minutes. Okay. One more question.
She has something.
No, she being prepared.
I'm still not, I asked you this question before, Didi, and I'm still not getting a handle on this. Baba said in the Murli, get up at Amrit Vela, take blessings, that was his first thing, take blessings from souls and give blessings. How do you take blessings?
How do I take blessing? Let's say there is a soul who has critical nature, right? And you staying together. I immediately kind of feel that presence of this soul is important in my life. Even that soul is critical or whatever, because this will create within me a lot of good qualities. Because I don't want that, right? So immediately I say, I will use some of the good quality to keep my stage good, right? If that soul was not in my life, I wouldn't have maybe developed that much tolerance or that much power to face. So if you see the benefit of whatever is coming to you, I always see, that is why anyone comes in my life, I always had been with them and kind of not, okay, I have nothing to do with you now. Because I always see that there is a lot of specialities in the soul which I need to support. But if there are certain things which, whatever reason comes against me or challenging, I feel it's necessary. It's important. So I take it as a blessing. Each one of us, if we were not together, sharing Baba's task and loveful relationships also, then you always see that if this soul wouldn't have done this or would not have been like that, I wouldn't have developed maybe those kinds of powers which I need. Recently, like they always say, when you have any kind of pressure, tension from outside, sometimes that awakens a lot of your qualities which you wouldn't have known. But because you were in a condition where you have to keep okay, then you develop that kind of power, that kind of, So if we see challenges and adverse things for our benefit, then we take blessing from there. Blessing for me that it happened, I wouldn't have learned, maybe I wouldn't have grown like this, or maybe, like we always say, there is soil, but rose is fragrance. From where that fragrance comes? From the soil which smells so bad. Because it took the light, it took the sun, it took the water, and a beautiful flower blossoms. So I always just think that whatever rawness is around doesn't matter. I have to be a flower. And for protection by nature, there are thorns, so that you don't easily reach to flower. No, you have to really be careful, especially with rose flower. But who am I within all that? As a flower. So what I take, what I receive from whatever are circumstances, increase your beauty, color, flavor, everything. Right. So that's receiving. Right? Right. Okay.
So Didi,
Elizabeth wants to welcome our guest, right?
yes, I was asked to welcome, that's an honor, to welcome everyone from the regions. They're starting to trickle in. We have our brother Ken here with us, and you'll be hearing from him, I'm sure, and Hemlata Ben from the Caribbean, and Luciana Ben is also here somewhere. And so welcome to the family from North America, Canada, South Americas, Central America, and the Caribbean. Moira is also here from
Many from
Argentina.
Mexico.
And
there are many who have been coming, right? Many coming tomorrow.
so I was also asked to sing a welcome song, and I'll need your help with this one as well. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes to see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I think I've lost my way, then I go inside and quiet my mind. I can hear Shiv Baba sweetly say, there is only love. Everyone, there is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Again, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you, Didi. You make us all very loving and in the ocean of love.
Om Shanti, thank you very much. And so, Hola Bhakti Parivar, we are very fortunate to connect to. Now we finished USA meeting and now it's regional meeting. So we will be connecting with them for Amrit Vela and Murli as well. So our schedule for tomorrow is 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Amrit Vela. And then Murli also we will connect. It's meditation starts at 6:30 here in Peace Village. So we'll connect at 6:30 and then 7 to 8 is Murli. Sorry, 6:45 is Bhog. In the morning, I'm talking about this in the morning. So 6:45 a.m. is Bhog, 7 to 8 is Murli. So that part also we will connect here with Peace Village with both Murlis, English and Hindi. One will be in breakout room and one will be in main room. Then 5 to 6 p.m. English Sakar Murli. And together with that, 5 to 5:15 p.m. Avikti Children Murli class. 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by Hindi series. And tomorrow will be very, very special Bhog offering. And Mohini Didi will offer Bhog. And as all of us will be together here from whole region, so if you would like to offer Bhog, you can send your request. And here in Peace Village, if anyone wants to offer Bhog, please give your name to Sister Anne and Sister Tina. Sorry, Sister Anne. And then English series chit chat. So now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
दिया है